Hey, Queen, did you ever feel like your beauty got in the way of love? Or did you ever feel like being beautiful was both a blessing and a curse? Are you beautiful and single? So if that is you, then this video might be for you. Now, if you don't feel like you are particularly beautiful, if you think you're more like average looking, this video is for you too. I'm going to tell you the two things these two things have in common, right? Being gorgeous and being average. There's a couple of things in common. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because quite a bit of my clients that are, like influencers and just women that are drop dead gorgeous, they come to my practice and pretty much 99% of them, they say that they believe that their beauty is more a curse than a blessing. Kind of like it gets in the way of finding love and finding the one. So let's break it down. So, beauty, what it is a hook. Okay? It's kind of like bait. It's going to bring more men to the door, is going to attract more men. So, the first thing to understand, and that you probably get by now, is that beauty gets you to the door. It doesn't keep you in the house. Okay? That's why you have top models, celebrities, and just really beautiful women that are dumped day in and day out, and that they're cheated on. So even though beauty is like money is to men, or like money in men, right? You are basically sitting on a winning lottery ticket, literally. Because just like any tool or any weapon, if you will, you need to know how to use it. You need to know how to play your cards. And for that, you need to have not only strategy, and strategy means having a masculine container, having boundaries, that's a masculine container, and having codes of conduct. Okay? So without that, the beautiful girl and the average girl, they're going to have the same problem. Now, the beautiful girl is having more situations, more scenarios, more run-ins with men. Why? Because you're attracting a larger number of men. So if you don't know how to manage yourself, you're having more heartbreak. That's why a lot of really beautiful women are, are coming into my practice being chronically single because they've been after one after the other and after the other. Now, what really is going on is that you are blaming, you are outsourcing responsibility of your own actions, your own self, your own life into sort of an external factor, if you will. You are saying that beauty is the cause of your issues. So there was this one girl in the comments who was saying, oh, the problem is that men assume so many things about me. And then they are insecure, and then they are so and so. Well, it's the exact same thing that an average girl would deal with, in that if a man wants to think you're average, great. He's not into you. If he wants to assume that because you're beautiful, you must have all these men, or you must have all these whatever, like, you know, because you're beautiful, you have these, this, and this, and that, make all these assumptions about you, well, he's not that into you. Like, how complicated is that? Whoever will be into you will be into you. And maybe because of that, so you deal with a lot of attraction, but you're also dealing with a lot of rejection too, because it didn't pan out the way you wanted, right? So really and truly, it really made no actual difference. Like, at the end of the day, you're just one more mortal at the end of the day. You're like me and her and the girl next door, and you know, you are just another girl that needs to be dealing with the exact same stuff that everyone else, except that maybe you get some more inquiries, so you will believe that more people were actually interested in you. But remember, it's surface level, okay? Because once they pass that door of your looks, once they start to get to know you, you're dealing with the exact same stuff that any other girl, an average girl, um, you know, it's the same thing. I was saying that beauty is what money is in men, right? Something that makes them more attractive. Now, if you're seeing this man, he's rich, he's very successful, wealthy, and you start talking to him and he's a jerk, he's asshole, and he doesn't treat you well, and he's not generous, right? Then again, it's surface level, right? Surface level in that there's more to it, right? Like, it only brings you to the door. It doesn't keep you in the house. What keeps you in the house is there has to be a component of masculine container, which are your boundaries, which are a code of conduct. So, for example, say you are a top model, you need the same code of conduct than your average girl. AKA, if you go out and sleep with all the men that you date, you're going to deal with the exact same consequences. So again, you're going to need the same masculine container, code of conduct, boundaries, a strategy for meeting people and all that. And of course, there's a feminine energy component, where when you have women that are saying that they are intimidating men with their beauty, right? It's not really that. It's probably that when they start talking, they they have too much masculine energy, right? Just like anyone, right? So the bottom line is that your beauty has absolutely nothing to do with why men are, like it has no bearing at all on your love life. If anything, again, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket in that it's really going to up your probabilities, up your numbers. AKA, you're going to be able to attract a larger number of candidates. But without a strategy, without a container, without boundaries, without all of that stuff, it's game over. Now, you may have all the strategy and all the things, but if you are very much in stuck in the masculine without a dominant feminine energy, you're going to attract the feminine men, right? So it's all like you're dealing with the same stuff that everyone else is dealing with. And you might need even more self-awareness in that you're bumping into more opportunities, into more run-ins, experiences, because you're being more attractive, if you will. But at the end of the day, you can't place responsibility on something other than you. So your beauty's part of you, yeah, obviously. But when you are saying that is a reason that your love life is that much more difficult, you're placing responsibility outside of you. And there's nothing more disempowering than than outsourcing your responsibility instead of taking ownership for whatever you are and do, right? So be aware that, like I said, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket and you are here to capitalize on that. Now, for our average looking girls, there's a saying in Spanish, where I come from in Mexico, that says the good luck of the ugly girl, the beautiful desires it. And I'm just translating it like literally, right? Basically, it says that women that are not so beautiful are luckier. Well, no. Or, yeah, in that women that don't have that automatic attraction factor are going to have to use a lot more of their other faculties that are not just surface level. And for one, beauty is something that can sort of be kind of bought today anyway, right? If you have money and all that. But basically, what I'm saying is if you are someone that considers yourself average, you're also going to be like if you develop all of the other faculties that you can use, charm, and your energy, your feminine energy alone is extremely attractive, right? Why do you think your big, I don't know, uh, soccer players or just whatever hot guy you can think of are a lot of times with an average girl? Because your energy is the single most attractive thing you can have. Because again, you're beautiful on the outside, but if your energy is not matching that, then you end up, square one. So the message here is, everyone's on the same boat. Kind of like if your energy, your inner work are not on point, it doesn't matter, how beautiful you are. It doesn't. I mean, you'll be able to attract a lot of people, but then they'll go away as soon as they get to know you. So, big message is, if you find yourself putting blame on your beauty and the negative effect it has on your dating life, think again and go within. Go within and check your energy and all of that, right? And again, you are you can potentially have an advantage if you develop all the other faculties and qualities that anyone else has to develop. Because if you don't develop that, it'll be something very temporary. Like you will experience all that attraction, but then they'll all go away. Alrighty, so inner work, go back to self and be like, no, what am I really doing? Like, for example, why am I paying attention to these men that have all these assumptions about me? Who cares? Next, right? So that's kind of all I have to say to you about that. And happy, I hope that you can, you know, find love sooner rather than later, because there's no reason why you couldn't. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next. Bye now.